It's Thursday, December 17th, and we're 3 hours into trading. Hello, traders. We had a gap higher today to a new all-time high. We know that those have typically been a fade. That's exactly what's happened so far today. You can see how we made that high right out of the gate. Couple tails above body. Took out the low of the day right here, the opening from that candle. That was our first warning sign. I had mentioned that to members in the chat room. Now you can see that we have a defined downward sloping trend line. I'm going to put on the alert here. We'll click on this high here, click on that high there. There's our upper boundary. We also have a lower boundary right here, so we're going to set that by clicking here and clicking here. That is a downward sloping channel. I believe that we're going to continue to drift lower until we get down to the close yesterday. So we've got a ways to go. If this culminates with a long red bar underneath the lower part of this channel, then we have a selling climax and a chance to bounce. I'm not expecting that. There's really nothing to drive the market today. There's no news. Yes, there's a possible stimulus bill that's going to be happening, but that's already priced into the market. We had a dovish FOMC statement yesterday. That was also expected. I'm looking for this to gradually leak lower. This is like Chinese water torture for swing traders. Very, very tough conditions. The best thing that you can do right now is nothing. Just stay on the sidelines, hope that we get that selling climax, and then line up your stocks on the long side. I did have some bullish put spreads that we're trying to get off today. You'll see that video tomorrow. I'm going to release it sometime around midday. You might have a chance to enter some of those trades. So let's go through the list. Let's see where the relative strength is. Let's see which stocks we might be interested in so that when the market does finally find support, we've got something to consider. Shop has been very strong today. It's starting to pull back a little bit. I do like this one. You can see on a daily chart, beautiful breakout through horizontal resistance, long green candle closing on its high. Great follow through today with relative strength. Market down, down, down. Stock up, up, up. Yes, it's pulled back a little bit here. Seems to have found support while the market's still floundering around. I like it. I think Shop moves higher. Lululemon, you can see the strength here. Look at that follow through. It's really got a full head of steam right now. Wants to go higher, trying to get through this horizontal resistance level. Yeah, for sure. Lulu looks good. Roku had a nice opening, but you can see how it's not able to hold the gains and it's been pulling back. I can go through a ton of charts today. If you bought the open and you were trying to look at some stocks that really had a lot of movement upward right out of the gate, chances are you lost money because those stocks have done nothing but pull back just like Roku today. There's your opening and then a gradual drift lower with the market. Etsy's been nice today. You can see that it established a new high, but you have to be careful on this. Why? Because we have a double top lower high. That suggests that the stock might be ready to roll over a little bit. So I'm not as optimistic about that one on a day trading basis. Look, you're getting a little parabolic in here, upward sloping channel right here through the upper end of it. That could be a buying climax. There are a lot of stocks that look like they're in a buying climax right now. There's your upward sloping trend line, breakout to the upside, full head of steam on Chewy. It keeps wanting to go higher. Day trade it from the long side? Yeah, sure. But I'd want to see this downward sloping trend line breached first. How can I be alerted when that happens? I'm going to click on the top of this bar, horizontal line. I'll know when it gets through the upper end of that. APPS, I made a little bit of money on that this morning. That was nice. You could see how the market was coming in. The stock was moving higher, had a breakout, got in, got out, took my 50-cent profit. That leads me to another topic of discussion. When the market is like this and you see very low volume, not a lot of movement, that means that you have to trim your size, you have to trade less, meaning trim your trade count, and set passive targets. You don't have a market tailwind, so you're not going to get that big push higher. Well, gee, Pete, how come you're not trading the short side? If you've told me that stocks are going to be moving lower and the market's going to be moving lower. Why aren't you trading the short side? The reason for that is that we could have a stimulus bill come out at any second. We could have positive news. The market is in an uptrend. I don't want to trade against the market right now because this downward sloping channel right here is very, very compressed. And all of a sudden you can get boom, one of those long green candles on some type of news. Now, I knew that this was probably a short stop or a sell stop trigger right in here because we had buy, 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 buy. We had lots of people nibbling right on this low here. And as soon as everybody starts kind of piling in here looking for a bounce, that's when you run the risk of having exactly the opposite have, which is a sell right in here. And that red bar was caused by all of these guys stopping out on their longs, and then the market reverses instantly on the next bar. This is going to be a gradual trend lower today. There's not going to be a lot going on. I hate to tell you this, but it's probably how the year is going to finish as well. We've got the market up on an all-time high and not a lot going on here. You can see we haven't moved that much. We had a couple of long red bars. That's profit taking. Every time the market gets up to that high, you can expect some profit taking. So we'll take a look at a couple of more and see what else we might have. I like that APPS. I think that's a nice chart. You can see how the stock is through that upward sloping trend line right there. It's got a full head of steam. Again, these are all good for day trading so that once the market does find support today, these would be stocks that I'm watching. OSTK, that's more of a bottom fisher, double bottom, higher low. You can see it trying to get through that moving average right there, the 50-day, which it was able to. You can also see this downward sloping trend line right here that it's been able to get through on the upside. I like it. I think OSTK has a chance to move higher. We should start to see some retailers moving. This is a classic example. ZS came out of the gate this morning. It looked unstoppable. Two long green candles. Oh, baby, this thing's going to go. Not so fast. Once we gave up the halfway point of this long green candle here, you had to suspect that there was more selling coming in. If you look at the daily chart, that is a beautiful breakout right there through horizontal resistance. Looked like it was going to go. Not happening. So, and you had your bull flag formation here connecting those tops. You had your breakout. Everything looked great. Folks, you got to be really careful in this market. If you don't walk away with anything else from today's video, this is a low probability trading environment. That's why we are focused on selling out of the money bullish put spreads on strong stocks. We've got cushion in case the market does come in, and we're selling them inside of 3 weeks. So we have accelerated time premium decay working in our favor. Tomorrow we'll have 6 positions expire worthless, and our risk will be very, very low heading into year end. MARA, big move higher. Plug looks good. Breakout here. Let's take a look at that 5-minute chart. I'm going to leave you with one stock out of all of these by the end of the video, and it's not going to last much longer because I don't have a lot to show you. So we've got bullish flag. We have your downward sloping trend line. Nice recovery. Plug looks like it wants to move higher to me. All right, I've given you a number of stocks to take a look at. We'll take a look at relative strength 30 very quickly just to see if there's anything that's popping out on me there. Not so much. I'm just taking a look through these symbols here to see what we've got going, and I don't see anything that really grabs my eye, so I'm probably going to be sticking with SHOP. Really like it. Think this stock has a chance to go, and it's not too far out of the gate. What do you mean by that? I mean that it's just starting to break through this horizontal resistance. It has not gone parabolic. So I think that this stock could be a really good one to day trade the rest of the day. Lulu still's got to get through this resistance level right in here. Roku, completely reversed. Not excited about that. Etsy, getting a little pricey in here, but good for a day trade. Chewy, same thing, running hard. I see so many of these stocks that tell me that this market is going to have a very difficult time moving higher because a lot of the stocks have gone parabolic. Right now, S&P 500 trading at a PE of 40, very, very rich. Everything has to go perfectly. Asset managers are willing to ride out the storm right now on the notion that we're going to have a economic recovery in Q1 because of vaccinations. Well, I don't know if the vaccines are going to be available. I don't know how many people are going to want to take them. So there are a lot of unknowns. The point being, everything is priced into the market for perfection. Brexit, going to get a deal? I don't know. Don't have one yet. Doesn't look likely. Hard exit, possible. Currency fluctuations, commerce disruptions, possible. We've got a Senate runoff in January. So there are some dark clouds out there. And I think that you have to err on the side of caution. Volume's going to dry up. It's a good time to really be passive with your trading. So out of the candidates I've shown you, really like SHOP. I think that one looks good. I think OSTK could really move higher. This is a stock that typically has a lot of short interest in it. You can see how it's been able to get above the 50-day. It's above the 20-day. It's above this downward sloping trend line. It's got decent little volume coming in so far today. I like this one. I think Overstock.com continues to move higher. That's all I've got for you today. Please give this a thumbs up if you like the content. Also, please leave your comments. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and turn on your notifications so that you never miss any of these videos, because I've got lots of great trade ideas for you in each and every one of them. Look for that drift lower today. You get that big red bar down below this channel. That's your selling climax. If it comes early enough in the day, we could get a little bit of a bounce into the close, and that will set you up for SHOP or Overstock. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching this YouTube video. I'm Pete Stolzers, and I'm going to keep the trade ideas coming along with lots of education, so make sure to subscribe to the channel and please turn on your notifications so that you never miss another trade. If you like the content, please give it a thumbs up. I've loaded 2 other videos that I think you're really going to enjoy. Stay tuned. We'll see you soon.